Okay. So I have
Yes,
started
sir.
the recording. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
no
Thank you,
issue.
sir.
So this meeting is getting recorded. Okay. After the meeting gets cancelled, it will be automatically saved.
Yes, sir. It will be automatically saved to your laptop, sir, or computer.
Okay. Then I'll send it to you. No issue.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So yeah. So now you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I was talking about this bandwidth and frequency. So some applications will require data transfer from only one point to another, whereas other applications require from one point to multiple points. So this one point to another exclusive point is called the secured link. Okay, or you can say that you require it is also as a dedicated link. Now, when you use shared communication channel, so how does it work? A message is sent by the source. Okay. So message will always be sent by, like, if there is a power station at a source, this, suppose this is a source, a message would be always sent by a source. Okay. It cannot
Got it.
be, message would be sent by, message is
So,
sent by the source. To where it is sent? Can you tell me?
so, so to the node, sir.
No, no, messages, and not to the
Okay,
load directly. See,
to the receiver, to the receiver.
to the receiver, the message is, now you can you think about, see directly how they are interacting. There must be something now why it is called smart. So in these communication channels, what they do is that they send message in encrypted form, and this message is received by intelligent electronic devices. Okay.
Correct.
So
Yes, sir.
at the receiver you have this IED, which is nothing but the intelligent intelligent electronic devices. So these intelligent electronic devices are there at the receiver. Okay. These devices are at the receiver, and this is how primarily the first what happens is that uh, a message would be sent and it is received by at the receiver. And if it is a shared link, then the different devices different, because there won't be one IED, there would be many
Yeah.
IEDs, and all these devices connected to the shared link. So there would
Shared.
be
Yeah.
IED, there would be one more IED and one more
Yeah.
IED, and these are
So
connected to
basically, all the receivers will have one ID, which will then
ha.
go to the receiver.
No, 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 no,
Mostly.
not like, no, 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 no. You're getting it wrong. So what will happen is that it is not necessarily all the receiver will have only one ID. What happens is that there is, see, there are two types of links. See, one thing is that was shared link. They will have different IDs.
Correct, sir.
They will not
Correct,
have
correct, correct.
only one ID. I'll just give you
Yes, sir. Each receiver
each
will
receiver.
have
See,
an ID of its own.
it will have ID of it. How come each? See, then if each receiver is having a single IED, then it will get no. Let's take your doubt. Like for example, you are telling only one IED is there and it is sharing to different receivers, different points. If only one IED is there and data from there it is coming, then how it can configure, yeah, which data I have to send there, which I have to send there? It will get confused, right?
Correct,
it
correct.
it will, the router will get confused, right? It does not know which information has to be passed, which does not have. It is done just like an shared dedicated link. So this is not like possible only. So
Got it.
you have, see, basic arrangement of this is that you have a substation. Okay. Here substation computer would be there. I don't know why it's not writing properly. Okay, let me just, I'll just rub it. Wait a second, and just increase the size of it, hmm, so that it looks big and I can use somewhere here. So you have a
Yes, sir.
substation computer. Okay, this substation computer will be connected to different IEDs like this. This is one arrangement. This is called as a bay controller. Okay, so
Okay.
this is bay controller one. Like another bay controller. For bay controller, I'll write here BC. Okay, BC means bay controller, and one more
Okay.
bay controller here. So if you look at this arrangement, this 1, 2, and 3 arrangement, this arrangement is just like the Y network. Okay, this is a Y type or the star type
Okay.
of connection. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so this type of connection is star type of connection. So another arrangement for this particular link, another arrangement what you will be doing would be a delta type of connection here. So you have a substation computer again here. Substation computer is here, and what you do is you have a big controller here. Okay, and now this is your BC. Okay, now you have one more big controller here, a big controller, and you have in between them a big controller. So these are two types of connections which can be formed. So this is the basically the delta type of connection, wherein this is the star type of the connection. So why do we go up for it? I'll be explaining you in a moment's time. So when shared communication channel we'll be using, so what happens is that the message would be sent by the source and it is received by all the devices connected to the shared channel. Okay, so what happens is that an address field within the message, so in the message there would be some address, and this address field specifies for whom it is intended. Okay, so for whom it is, because there would be that address field would be there, and like I have a power plant in Jammu that is supplying this load. Okay, it has the calculation that to this load, to Kerala it is taking this much, to this it is taking this much. So I have a software embedded program wherein it is mentioning about the load. So what happens is that an address field and address field within the message, because message is sent from the source, okay, and it is received. This address
Yes.
field within the message specifies for whom it is intended, for whom. So you suppose you have a shared link. In the shared link, just now you asked either whether one ID, an address field within the message specifies for whom it is intended, and what others will do once it is getting at the receiving side, the ID that for which it is intended, it will decode it, and others will simply ignore the message, because see, the message is going, ignore the message, because if you look at the message how it is going, message is going from a source. Okay, this source message is going, source, a common message is going, so it is sending
Yes.
here, here, and here, so
Yeah, it's sunny everywhere.
everywhere. So this is IED 1, here there is
Yes, sir.
IED 2, okay, there is IED 3. Now suppose I intended a message for IED 2, but it has been received, because there's a common message that is going. Okay, message is
Yes.
common, so message, this common message will have encryption, so that if it is going to IED2, whatever the data it is there in the intelligent device will sense. Okay, it will tell, it will write a program or an algorithm that this, if this is your link and all that thing, so it will take down. Rest ignore, go to 2. 2 will sense whether one or third condition is whether has to be ignored, then it will take the data for the 2. Similarly, the third will do like this. So you need
Yes.
this type of encryption is required there. So this is very
Got
one
it.
of the important concepts there. So this communication network, which primarily we have seen is used inside a substation, and this substation means where the power is getting generated, and the information of the power in the digital format is stored in the computer, which is connected to the see, you do you know there is a current transformer? Have you heard about current transformer, potential transformer? Do you know what does the current transformer do, or the potential transformer do? Hmm?
Sir, I'm not sure, sir.
Current transformer, basically, see, if you look at the current on the transmission line, it is of a very high value. Okay,
Yes, sir.
which cannot be measured. Current transformer, what it does is that current transformer, he makes it at a measurable value of 5 amps or 2 amps, like that. And this current transformer is like, after reducing that voltage, the current value, we can utilize this to the communication link. Okay, otherwise, if these things were not connected, these are only connected for the primarily for the measuring purposes, the current transformer.
Right, sir.
You can, have you heard the secondary of the current transformer should not be kept open? Hmm? So
Right.
this
Sir,
is,
so basically, it's something
hmm,
like a buck transformer, a buck converter, which basically reduces. When in this case, it reduces the current. That's all.
secondary of current. This is your, tomorrow I'll ask you this. I'll not answer. Secondary of current transformer should not be left open. This not be left open. See, these days you have everything available here. You can use this chat GPT. It is not that chat GPT everything is correct over there. Okay, you have to
Right, sir.
verify. Okay, if you type anything and you think everything is God's word over there, no, it's not like that. It just assembles the data that is stored up to 2021 and gives in a very good format, and not
Correct.
necessarily whatever information you are asking chat GPT will be correct. Most of the times it is
Yes, sir.
70 to 80%, but not 100 times. 100% it is not there. So communication network basically is used in the substation. And see, as you can see, the substation computer, and each substation would be having a bay controller. Now, why this each, and this each bay has a controller which takes its local measurement. Now this bay controller is there. What is the local measurement? What is the local measurement? Can you tell me what measurements it's taking? When I'm talking about the local measurements, what is there in the
Yes, sir.
substation? What could it be? Local measurement. It is basically the
So the voltage,
current or
current. Yes, sir.
voltage from the transformers. This happens to be the local arrangement, and
Correct, sir.
other and within this bay controller contains the software required for protection and control also. And this bay control has software like SCADA. Okay, has PLC, programmable logic software, and has software for protection and relays. Protection, suppose there is overcurrent, so you'll have an overcurrent relay protect. So it has a software for protection, and and what two things you have to do. You have to protect the network and you have to control the power flow, right? So you
Right,
have
sir.
two things: protection and control
Control.
for of the primary equipment. Whatever
Okay.
the primary equipment, like the transformer, the machinery that is involved there, you have, like, example of the primary equipment would be the transformer, the various switch gears. When I talk about the switch gear, what comes to your mind? What is switch gear? Can you tell me? Switch gear includes the circuit breaker, okay,
Okay. Right,
and
sir.
okay, relays and all other things. So these bay controllers are connected to a substation, control and monitoring equipment, and this are used by the real-time units, or this can be done through a star or a ring connector. So can you tell me what is the problem with this star connection and what is the problem through this ring connection? Can you tell me? Like, if you look at this connection, if
Sir, with
this
the
link, if this link breaks here, if this link goes off, okay, for the
yes,
time
sir.
being, but still the 2 and
Two
3
and
will
three is
work.
working.
But if this link goes, suppose this is 1, 2 and 3, what will happen? If this link goes, which all are gone? Can you tell me?
Sir, if in the star case, two and three is working,
Uh,
whereas in the
Delta case,
delta, once the first one, sir, but then three will work.
3 will work. Hmm? Yeah, 3 will work
Yes, sir.
definitely.
Three
One
will
will
work,
go,
sir.
one will
One
go.
will go, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Okay,
but
what
two
about,
will not work because it'll require both connections.
yeah, two requires both connections to the substation, right? Only
Yes,
3
sir.
will work here, correct? You are very intelligent here. 3 will work. Nice. Okay, very good. Now, now this, if you look at in the star connection, each bay controller, now you can tell me what is the difference here. See, this is a source, this is a node, this is a source, and this is a node. So the link
Yes, sir.
that is between this and this, whether it is a shared link or a dedicated link, whether it is a shared link or a
S-
dedicated link.
so this is a shared link, sir.
How can you say this is
It's
a shared
shared.
link?
So 2 and 3 are sharing the link. That is the substation computer.
No, no, substation computer, no, between this point, suppose this is a point, this is a substation, this point A, this is
Yes, sir.
point B, this is
Okay,
point
yes, sir.
C.
So that is dedicated link. Yes.
So this is so you can just clearly see that in the
Yeah, yeah.
star
It has
connection,
dedicated. Yeah, yes.
each bay controller has a dedicated link to the station computer. With
Got
respect
it.
to the
Got it.
station computer, it is having only one link, right? But
Yes, sir.
i-
Yes, sir.
but if you look at this, this is A point and this is B point. Okay, so in the ring connection, this is also called as delta or ring connection. Okay, this is also called, this
Right,
type of
sir.
connection is also called as delta or ring connection. Okay, this is
Yes,
in
sir.
popular literature they use it, called as a ring connection. So in the ring connection, the bay controllers and the station computer are connected through a which medium? Through a dedicated medium or a shared medium?
Sir, um,
This is
sir,
what,
the
this is
first one and
here.
the
Here
third one,
see if
so they
a,
are dedicated.
huh?
Sir,
Can you
in
say
in
that
the
it's
in the
no,
ring.
no, no, no. In the ring connection, if you say A is connected from the same A point, your 2 is connected via A. B is connected to this. From this, B is going on to. So this is not a dedicated link. This is a shared link. That's why
Sir, but
in a shared.
like I mentioned earlier, sir,
Mm,
like you had mentioned earlier, sir, even if we cut off the A, the
mm,
B will still work, right?
right.
So then, wouldn't that make it a dedicated link since it's not dependent on either of them working?
That is okay, but the overall connection of the network, overall connection. If you look at the only the 3 points are connected. If I connect more, the overall connection, you can say that here normally you can the if you connect if you cut the A, B will work, only 3 will work, but the overall connection of the network is in a shared format, it is not in a dedicated format.
Okay,
See,
right, sir.
overall format is in a shared format, right? If you are cutting the
Shared
A,
format.
your
Okay,
1
right.
and 2 is going. Okay,
Okay, right.
suppose if you cut the B, then your 3 and 2 is going, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Correct,
it is
correct, correct,
right.
correct, sir.
I had just cut A. If you cut the B also,
Yes, sir.
then yeah, the Zoom meeting is only available for 40 minutes. It is telling you are left with another 10 minutes. So after that, I'll share you another link. So
Yes, sir. Yes,
where,
sir.
okay, don't worry about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
No worries, sir.
don't worry. Are you understanding? Are you enjoying the class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm done, sir.
Yeah. So I'll okay now if you have this, you just saw that the in the star connection each bay controller. Now in the delta connection, what happens is that, or we say that the ring connection, the bay controllers and the station computers are connected through a shared medium, and
Right, sir.
the the bay controllers are connected through a shared medium, through a shared medium. And when we are talking about this shared medium, uh, to form a local area network, so it forms a basically it forms a LAN network, local area network,
Yes, sir.
local area network. Okay, uh, you had one question in your examination that had come, that I will take after this. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you
Yes, sir.
have this source, you have the transmitter. Okay, because you need a channel to transmit,
Yes,
and
sir.
then you have, after the transmitter is there, then here you have some network. Okay, this can be either a dedicated link. Okay, dedicated
Okay.
link, or it can be a shared link. Okay, and
Yes,
from
sir.
here then again you have a receiver. then you have the destination. At the receiver, you have your intelligent monitoring
IED.
devices, IEDs, and then you
Yes, sir.
have the, then here you have the destination wherever it is intended for. This is the point, destination point. Now,
Got it, sir.
one question, I was just seeing through your paper. So let's
Yes,
go
sir.
there because that is also very important. So
Yes, sir.
a question had come. I'll just open that. Maybe somewhere I've kept. Uh, uh, yeah, you have the question paper in front of you.
Um, yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, yeah. So in the question paper, one question had come. I'll just take this question. Yeah, it was distinguish between a network address and host address of a PC. So a question has come. You just keep that question, distinguish between
Yes, sir.
between a network
Yes, sir.
address and host address
Yes,
What
sir.
happens is that, see, there are various addresses that they have mentioned there, okay, and they're asking you what is the network address and what is the host address. So if you look at that question very carefully, so I'll tell you one thing. Let now, not taking that example, I will ask you only to solve. I'll just show you how it has
Right, sir.
it has to be done. Let's say that we
Okay,
have
sir.
a local area network. Okay, the normal IP address, what we are having, the IP address, the normal IP address has this format: 192.168.0.0. Okay, like this, the normal ID would look like this. Okay,
Yes, sir.
this is the normal ID. Okay, the 192.168. Okay,
Sir?
so yeah, tell me.
Yes, yes, sir.
Are
Can
you
you hear
able
me,
to
sir?
see? Ah, yeah, I'm clearly able to hear
Yes,
you.
yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
So, and it will have a subnet mask also. If you look at your connection, it will show you your ID and it will show your subnet mask. Subnet mask is usually of this pattern: 255.255.255.0. So
Right, sir.
this means the first three octets of the IP address. First three octets would mean 192.168.0. So these are the first three. When I'm talking about the octets, this is my first
Yes,
octet,
sir.
this is my second
Got it, sir.
octet, and this is my third octet. Okay.
Got
So
it,
the
sir.
in this case, the first three octets identify the network to which the PC is connected. So the first three octets identify the network, identify the network to which PC is connected. Okay.
Right, sir.
And what about the, so connected, and what about this last one, 0.0? Okay, this can be 0.0, or see here, 9.88. See, if I write like this, 192.168.0.10. So in this, 1, 2 and 3 are corresponding. The last one is the host ID. Okay, this is the host
Okay.
ID. So if I write the same thing, 192.168.0.24, this means this is this point up till here. Okay, this point up till here, first three octets. This is the
Yes,
network
sir.
ID. This is the
Network ID. Yes, sir.
network ID, and
Yes,
this is
sir.
the host ID. That means it's the same network wherein at this point 10th client is there.
But different host. Right.
10th client is there here, 24th client is there. Okay,
24. Got it, sir.
so if you look at your question paper, what it is saying, if you look at that question,
Sir,
it is
what is
asking
the
you to
difference between
identify
network
the
and
network
host?
and the host ID, and there are different addresses given. Okay, so can you
Yes, sir.
identify the network ID? It's for 4 marks, I guess. Yeah. So can you identify? See, if you look at the IP address 210.210.4, 10.
Point
Okay.
four. Yes, sir.
So
So
in the first
210,
scenario,
210, yes, sir.
210.210.4 is the network address and
Network ID.
0.10 is the host address. Okay.
Correct, sir.
Okay. The second scenario you look at that it is neither corresponding to network address nor it is corresponding to any host ID. So the second address is by default. They just wanted to check. Okay.
Right,
Now
sir.
now look at the third address. 139. There is one octave. Okay. Then 244. It is also correct. 0.2. It is also
Yes, sir.
correct. Okay. What about this? In this, you can say what is the network ID and the host ID for the third
So
point?
network ID is 139.244 and 2, and host ID is 59.
59. You knew this question before or you are learning now?
No, sir. So this one I knew, but then, sir, I want to know why is the second one skipped? 99.123.
Hmm?
No, sir. You said that the second one is just to check, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I didn't get that, sir. In that, wouldn't the network ID be 99.121 and 2, and then host ID will be 3?
No, the problem is that in the normal scenario, yeah. What did you say?
Sir, in the
Uh,
second in the second one, there is
huh,
99.123.
see, if they have just asked for without the technicality of it, then you are correct. Okay, because normally
Right,
the
sir.
host ID is not in that format. But if they have asked just for this checking, then it is you are correct. 99, 1 and 2 would be your a host ID,
Host
and
ID.
you have to ask the teacher who has put this question, because this should see, if you are putting the question, it should make the sense also. It should be in the, see,
Right, sir.
if you go to your computer or your this internet
Yes, sir.
connection, you check your ID. It is nowhere it will come in this format.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
No, if I am the teacher, I will never put a wrong information. Okay.
Got it, sir.
And even if you look at the, see, only the two informations there, 210.210.4.10